What are you learning from analysts? Because we do know that the French has been really kicked out of West Africa. What is Macron's interest specifically in DRC, where we know rebels have wreaked havoc in that country? They still remain there. Any interest in maybe boosting the security measures in the country? What are you learning?
I think with all that has been happening, especially in West Africa, regarding French on the continent, I believe Macron has saw that maybe it's time to also react, to respond to what is happening, respond to the waning French influence in Africa. So this trip, starting in Gabon, it's one forest summit, which is something Macron himself and President of Gabon put together. It's not like a summit organized by big NGOs. So he went in Gabon, but also in several other countries to talk business. It's a way of him saying that I'm pivoting now from patronizing, from militarization. I'm now pivoting to be a partner, business partner, social partner, environmental partner. So that was the goal. It's not clear if he convinced many people, because as we saw in Kinshasa on Saturday, he was reluctant to condemn Rwanda's role in the crisis in Eastern Congo, which is what many people in the DRC were hoping to hear from him. And there has been some tense exchange between him and Tshisekedi during that press conference, the only one he had during the 4-day tour.
Let's move on to Angola. You know, there's a lot of oil wealth in Angola. And he was there, he met with the president. He talked about being, French being a new partner of Angola. Were there any deals made in terms of, partnership, oil deals, or any other kind of bilateral agreements?
Yeah, they didn't talk much about oil or gas. They mainly talk about new investment, business partnership in agriculture and agro-business. And I think French will be investing something around $150 million in developing agriculture and agro-business in Angola. Angola is France is the second largest investor in Angola because of oil, as you mentioned. Angola is total backyard.
And what about Central African Republic? He also met one of the presidents. He wasn't able to visit one of the countries in the region, but there were a lot of talk about what France can do for this region, because much of this area is filled with a lot of insurgency.
Yeah, there was this meeting which was not much talked about in the media, meeting between Touadéra from Central African Republic and Macron. As we remember, in the last few years, it has not been good between the two. French troops have been kicked out of Central African Republic. French cooperation has stopped in the country, and Russian have moved in terms of Wagner Group. But it looked like Central African Republic is trying to warm up with France, with Macron. So in January, he sent a new ambassador to Paris, who told in France that they were looking for a way to warm up their relationship. And again, this time around in Gabon, Touadéra traveled and met with Macron one-on-one. We don't know the content of that discussion, but it looked like something is turning here. What Macron had to deal with was in Gabon, where opposition was asking him, look, we are having election in a few months, and this trip is clearly a way of backing Ali Bongo, which is something Macron did not expect to hear, as he was trying to show people, I'm turning the page, I'm not meddling into your local politics. And also when he went to Kinshasa, people say, look, when it comes to Ukraine, you are so vocal, you are so clear what is not acceptable. When it comes to DRC, you are not really clear, and you are not calling people by their names.
Thank you.